We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
A conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Flush to his right. That is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Westbrook now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The tackle made at the 24.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. That'll be complete to Breida.
Complete.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick, and now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be this week.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Steelers 7. set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Go. It got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Ross doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
14.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot. 3rd and 8 here to start things out. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Breida. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida, 87 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the league.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the Eagles' 49-yard line.
On first down, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This time Jackson will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
It's a game
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
D.D. Westbrook on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Play action. Now Jackson. And James has it. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably won't run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it complete to Thompson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And this time he is in. Yes. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
Let him know. 2 for 66. Check one. Watch it, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Final minute now of the third quarter.
At the 33-yard line.
On second and 12, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Eagles 28, Steelers 21.
Second and 11 now. Here's Goff. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, a run from Breida. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be fourth down.
Fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
For the extra point.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. John Ross, 47 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
It is good.
And it's up and good.
Eagles 48, Steelers 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
55 is my guy, 55. Let's make these.
On 2nd and 10, gone. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Another day, another inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Point conversion.
Goff throwing again. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Steelers 32. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
He was brought down.
That one 28 yards on the ground. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Today's final score, Eagles.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.